Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all. Let's get like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. Man, that jump was crazy, bro. Said, man, somebody stole Ram player. I was like, what do you mean stole this player? This was the very first player that ever got tampered with, that ever got stolen, that anybody ever played games with. I'm telling y'all, everybody had players, man. But everybody didn't have a player like Ram. That was the only thing, man. So, like, I don't know if he got enemies. I don't know who would do this. But everybody kind of liked Ram. Ram had the part good. I'm like, who was being a pig like this, man? That's the first thing came to my mind, because I already know it has something to do with those pictures. But I'm like, who is a pig this much that they're going to actually go steal a player? Like, what is going on here, man? So I walk in. I see Ram, his homeboys from his city. They all strapped up. It's like 3 of them. You know what I mean? He like, yeah, somebody got it, though, because it was here when we left. He was here when he left. So his other man got the dude that was watching it by the phone. His man like, yo, who you seen come here and take the job? Dude like, man, I don't know. I had my back turned. I had my back turned the whole time, man. I ain't assigned to watch this player. Ram was like, man, I told you to keep an eye on it while I was gone, man. He was like, man, listen, I was handling something with my daughter, man. I ain't got time to be watching your player, man. What you want me to do? What you want me to do, man? I had my back turned, man. Dude was like, man, that's crazy. Ram was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Dudes think it's a game. You know what I mean? Somebody stole my joint, man. Dudes think it's a game. So I'm feeling crazy. You know what I mean? I'm feeling like, hey, man, somebody stole the man player. Like, this is out of control right here, man. So he like, man, I don't care, man. I don't care what nobody say, man. It's in the pod. It's in the pod. So his homeboy like, man, it probably ain't in this pod no more, man. Whoever stole it, man, got it out when they was doing child and coming back from child. So I'm like, man, so I'm just listening to all this, y'all, and I'm just like, I can't believe somebody did this, man. Like, somebody came in our pod and did this to this guy, man. Or somebody in our pod did this to this guy. Like, I didn't really know what to say. I'm not joking, man, but the more and more I see Ram, he's looking sick. He's looking sick, man. I can imagine how he feels. Somebody steal my player and I don't have pictures up there. Just off my music alone, just off my emails up there that I might go back and look at, just off my pictures, that my own personal pictures. Like, I used to like looking at that, man. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody would steal my junk, I would be crushed. I would be mad, man. I'd be angry. I'd be ready to hurt somebody. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. So don't mess with my stuff. So, like, Ram, I feel his pain. I feel his pain, y'all, because this is something real low down dirty right here that somebody could have done, man, by stealing his freaking player. It's a player. Like, this isn't a CD player. This is one of the JP5s. This is the new technology. This is that you don't supposed to have 2 of these janks, man. You know what I mean? These people already know the count. So I'm like, somebody's just petty, man. Whoever did this, man. So, like, Ram trying to figure it out. His homeboy super turned up. You know what I mean? His homeboy like, yo, look, man, I'm telling you, man, like, listen, man, look, we gonna see these sales down here. Somebody did it. Somebody did it. That's for sure. Somebody did it, man. Like, real talk, man. We want to go on your sale. We gonna go on your sale, man. You know what I mean? We gonna go on your sale if that's what it is. Dude was like, man, I ain't take your player, man. You can go on my sale, man. I don't care about that. I'm sitting there like, shh, that's word, dude. Like, yo, whoever we feel like a thief, whoever we feel like taking, we gonna go look, bro. That's your player, bro. You paid your hard-earned money. Your mama paid her hard-earned money, bro, to get you that player, bro. No, sir. Ain't let nobody take that. So Ram just looking serious. Ram looking like, man, like somebody gonna pay for this junk, man. Like somebody gonna got to pay. And I feel him on that, man. This man was making bread, y'all. This man was making a decent amount of money off that player. He was making a decent penny off that junk. So I already knew this junk kind of threw him back a little bit, man, because like messing up somebody's hustle, man, is taking a lot from a man in penitentiary. I'm telling y'all, man. So like Ram trying to figure this whole junk out. Who he's trying to figure out who would do this, man? Who would do this, man? Now, at the particular moment, we had nobody that would steal in our pod. There was no thieves. There was nobody that we could look at and be like, man, you know what, man? He might be somebody that be stealing, man. Like, it was nothing like that. Every decision he was about to make right now was about to be a decision that he probably would get himself in trouble, because there was going to be dudes in there that wasn't going to let him go on his sale. So he just had the face to look like he was bewildered, man. That man looked like he didn't know what to do, man. He didn't know what to do, man. So I guess he was just going to pick dudes that he don't really rock with, man. So everybody's just looking from afar to see what he's about to do. First thing he did, man, it was the little young boy, man, that sleep downstairs close to the handicap all the way in the back. They were wild young boys. I ain't even gonna lie, they were wild young boys. And I don't think he got along with them young boys, but him and his man just went down there and straight just like this Debo, the young boys went in their room. So everybody looking at the junk. So everybody, like a couple people like, yo, he ain't coming to my room. I'm saying in my head, like, man, he ain't coming to my room. He already know the count. He already know I don't do no stealing. Why would I steal his player? He already know, like, bro, ain't, you know what I mean? So my old homeboy was like, yeah, he ain't going to nobody's cell that he don't rock with like that. You know what I mean? He was like, he ain't going to nobody's cell he rock with. Like, he just gonna pick sales. So, like, the whole thing about it was stupid, man. You know what I mean? So after they deboed the young boy, I think somebody from out their way that was older kind of went to him and was like, look, man, you're not going to, that's not how you're going to get to the bottom of this, man. You're not going to get to the bottom of it like this. Matter of fact, you never might get to the bottom of this, man. When somebody steals, that's how serious it is. Like, you don't never find out, but it comes out later. It always comes out later. But as of right now, there's nothing that this man can do, y'all. So boom, he got to just sit there and take it. Pause. That's what he got to do. You know what I mean? Unless he want to try to go on everybody's sale and don't make it to the next sale, because if he going to the wrong sale, it's going to be definitely problems. So I think he just said, forget it, man. Not really forget it, but I think he just had to really kind of assess the whole situation. And he told himself, like, yo, somebody really stole my player. I don't blame him to leave his player like that downloading. I would have done the same thing. But who would have steal my player? That's what I'm saying. But that go to show you can't trust nobody in penitentiary, man. Penitentiary is messed up. You know what I mean? You think you can trust anybody's word? You think you could be like, yo, you know what? I think he's going to be a good guy, an honorable guy. He ain't going to do this. No, you can't trust nobody in penitentiary, man. Penitentiary is one of the grimiest places on earth. Best believe that, man. So you out here getting in trouble, that's the place you coming to, man. That's the place you coming to, a place like this, man. So like now it's like it's a bad tension in the pod. It's a bad tension in the pod. Even though Ram let this go. Now Ram will put his hands on somebody. He'll do something real dangerous, but he just don't know who did it. He just don't know who did it. So through this whole time, man, like it won't no talks about it. Like, yo, it could be here, or dude might have done it, or you know he might did it. It won't no leaks. It won't no leaks coming back about nothing about this player. Now, the whole pod was feeling like, yo, you know what? This is lame. Like, somebody stealing a whole player. Like, what are they going to do? Everybody was like, they stole it because them pictures he got. We already had got to the bottom of that. Like, yo, the pictures that got stolen, man. Like, them Jones gone. You know what I mean? Everybody trying to figure it out, man. Like, yeah, he did this. He did that. I'm like, man, it junk crazy, man. It junk crazy, man. So a little time that went on, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like, the player was forever lost. Nobody knew nothing. Nobody heard of nothing. It was just gone, man. So I can remember this one time, man. I was over in 31 Pod. Now, this is probably like 2 months later, 2.5 months later, something like that, man. The summer just got here, man. I'm over in 31 Pod. I'm chilling. My man over there, he got the drinks. Me and him always, you know what I mean? I'll give him some money sometime, go in with him with the drinks because he'll make it himself. Or I'll come over there with the feezies and he got the drinks. Or, you know, we always partying. We trying to party. So I can remember going over to my man pod. I went over there and I was chilling, man. This was a random Saturday. It was right after the child, right after the lunch. I'm over there cooling, y'all. I'm relaxing and we over there listening to the music. My man got the joint with the music playing, TV on, his roommate TV on. We getting lit in the joint, you know what I mean? The feezies going around. So while we was in the joint, his roommate was sitting on the top bunk like this the whole time. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm sitting on the box. I'm sitting on the box right there. My other homeboy is sitting on the box right there. Then we got the stuff on the table, the drinks is on the table. And then his roommate is sitting on the top bunk with his legs hanging down. You know what I mean? So the whole time he was sitting there, I'm thinking he looking at his player. He like this. He like. He was like, man, see, this the junk right here I be messing with, man. His roommate, my homeboy, grabbed the junk, was like, oh, yeah, that's the junk right there. Yeah, that junk right there. Tough right there. He gave it back to me. He was like, yeah, that junk. I was like, what y'all looking at, man? He was like, oh, yeah, these junks right here. Yeah, dude got some pictures on his junk. I was like, for real? He was like, yeah, this dude I know got some pictures on his junk. I'm like, for real? Let me see them junks. Like, I'm not even thinking about this stuff no more, y'all, because like I told y'all, this is months later. So he passed me the joint. All our players look the same. Each player looks identical. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing about this. Got the little brown joint, the little plastic joint and the strain. It's the same exact player. I get the joint. As soon as I get the joint, I start going through it. You know what I mean? Like the pictures, I'm not recognizing them, but I'm like, yo, this joint crazy. I say, bro, there's a dude in our pod that used to have a joint that had pictures, bro. I don't know how he getting them. I was like, how this dude, y'all know getting the pictures? His roommate was like, man, I don't know how you getting the jumps. Now, his roommate was from a county. I'm not gonna say where his roommate was from. He wasn't from Tidewater or Richmond. He was from one of them counties. You know what I mean? So he was like, no, I don't know how he get it. Let me see the player back, Weezy. So I'm like, man, so go to jump. to end up starting back from the beginning. So when they start back from the beginning, the first person I seen was the lady with the high heels with her legs. She had her hands like this, holding her legs up. You know what I mean? Like, I'll never forget that picture, y'all. That's a lock. So boom, I recognized it off the top. I looked at my roommate. I looked at my homeboy. I said, hey, where y'all get this player from, bro? He was like, Dodo Brand got it. He pointed to his roommate. His roommate was like, oh, my homeboy be letting me get it. I'm like, for real? I'm like, who your homeboy? He told me who his homeboy was. I'm like, I don't know, dude. You know what I mean? We gonna call him Jesse. I'm like, I don't know him, man. So he jumped off the bed. Boom. He was like, let me show you. He walked to the door. He was like, you see the dude right there with the bald head? The little short dude. I'm like, I'm looking, I'm like, yeah. He was like, that's Jesse, the one right there that be cutting hair. You don't ever see him out in the barbershop cutting. I'm like, that's his player. He like, yeah, he been had that player. I'm like, this junk crazy. Let me find out the barber and I took the player, y'all. So boom. Now the dude, Jesse, he was a barber that was in their pod. You know what I mean? Now, they'll have a couple of barbers that be working in the barbershop. Lawrenceville got barbershops. You know what I mean? So the barber, he'll be out in the barbershop, which is out in the hallway, the salad port when I be calling the joint. You know what I mean? So he'll have access to go, like he don't really go, he go to chow when he want to go to chow. You know what I mean? Because he's a barber. Yeah, he can go with his pod or he can go with another building or he don't have to go at all. You know what I mean? So like doors be opening and he be right there because he can just be standing by the barbershop or he can be cutting somebody hair. Who knows what's going on? But all I know is he was the perfect candidate to blame for this stuff and nobody thought about it because, you know, he's not in our pod for one. And for two, he's the barber. So nobody was thinking about this. But still, I didn't say he did this, but I recognized that lady in that damn player. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna hold y'all, man. I recognize that lady, man. That lady was the same lady. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, I didn't really know how to handle this because I need to handle it right because I'm not a dude that's just gonna run back and tell some stuff. You know what I mean? So I gave my homeboy the look like, man, I need to holler at you, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was like, hey, let me holler at Weezy right quick, man. He was like, all right, I'm about to get in the shower anyway. So his roommate grabbed his bag, dipped out. You know what I mean? So when his roommate dipped out, I was like, hey, bro, look. I said, man, this junk crazy, man. He was like, what? I said, bro, listen, you know the dude round, man. You know what I mean? He was like, from such and such. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, look, I know he ain't from the town, right? I was like, but I rock with him though, man. I was like, man, somebody stole his player, bro. He was like, yeah, I heard about that joint. I was like, man, look, you know, they stole it because he got pictures on the joint. So he was like, oh, he was the dude in y'all pod with the pictures. I'm like, yeah. He was like, well, probably like after a week or two after that joint got missing over in y'all pod, he was like, that joint started getting spinning around in our pod. And that's how me and my roommate ran across it. He said, we rented out for a whole day. That's how we got the joint. I was like, so the dude Jesse rented out, he was like, yeah. I was like, how he tell y'all he get pictures? He was like, I ain't awesome. You know what I mean? I'm like, I was saying this to myself. I was like, man, that dude Jesse, man, he's a low down, dirty, rotten, crazy vato. But I like that though. I like that though.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.